All right. Hello and welcome back, y'all. So we've got a second race lined up for you. We've got in the call with us Composer and Nuke. Composer, do you have anything you want to say before this next run?
Once again, chat. For the second time, you've lost the game.
Goodness me. We've all lost the game again.
The audacity.
The audacity. The absolute gall. Nuke, do you have any last minute trash talking, little jabs here and there to kind of put
Here
in?
is how Nuke can still win.
I'm listening.
That's it.
I'm sold. Okay. Y'all heard it here, folks. Mommy Misato gang is going to take round 2. Okay. Runners, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Glued, do you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good
Have
luck.
fun. All right. Off we go on round 2. Okay. We saw a pretty good performance last round. Let's see if we've got an even better one in store for us this time around. What are you looking forward to, Glued? What kind of energy you're reading from both teams?
Well, I'm looking for a strong comeback energy from the Mommy Misato fans, the Mommy Misato gang here on the right side.
Again.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We could take this into a game 3 if we win on you just lost the game. And Composer's definitely looking to give his team the best possible shot that they
Absolutely.
have at a win.
No mistake on code this time.
Yep, no code beef. You'd be surprised how many runs get reset on the first 5 seconds alone.
Hint, it's a lot.
It is a lot. And a lot of you Vortex runners in chat, you know what we're talking about. Alright, into town square, we'll see how we go. Very nice. Very
Perfect town
nice
square jump for both of them.
Beautiful. Who knows? This could be like you and Ann last week, where they're in sync pretty much the whole run.
I would love to see that.
Absolutely. God,
Here we go.
both
The
of them.
first
Yeah.
real test of the run.
Absolutely. Dog Proxy's very unforgiving. Nope. Alright, looks like Composer gets it, but unfortunately, the dog is giving Nuke problems again.
He gets it second try though.
Second try. Let's see if we can claw a little bit of that distance back. Composer might just take this Artisans, but we've got 5 more homeworlds to go from here.
You're right there, Thrash.
Okay. Very nice, simple and clean Dark Hollow from Composer.
And the same for Nuke.
Absolutely. I tell you, both of these runners take very high level movement and, expertise with tricks, and they just make it look so easy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, that's pretty much true for all 6 of these runners. Let's be fair here.
That is very true.
Yep. All right. Looks like Beast Makers for Composer, and Nuke is following suit. They're definitely hell-bent on keeping to the same route order.
No, I suspect that both of them are going to go for Biscuit. And I know both of them are very capable of hitting it.
Absolutely. I might put a little bit more favor towards Nuke on this particular trick, though.
Oh,
Both of them
against
get
into Terrace for Nuke. Did you see that?
Absolutely. Just absolutely masterful use of both the camera and positioning. Okay, we get Composer's attempt. Didn't quite work. Got Nuke sauntering up to our little boy Biscuit. We'll see what happens.
Oh, just like
Up,
before, he doesn't
but
quite get high enough.
yep. Oh
And
no!
he bonks on the
Ooh.
recovery. Oh.
Goodness me. That's gonna sting. He's probably kicking himself after
He's
that
probably
one.
going to try again, though.
Could try again. That did buy him a second try. That's gonna be very vindicating if he gets it.
And
Not
again, not quite.
All right. Well, there's plenty of opportunities later on to make up that time.
Good effort.
Absolutely. Mixed up with a pretty good Terry boost. A little bit rough around the edges, but otherwise pretty textbook looking into that terrace there.
Like I said before, do not underestimate Nuke. He is absolutely, in my estimation, one of the most talented runners in this category.
Absolutely. I mentioned last run that there's a handful of people that just immediately go for tricks and then try and get all of them in a run and then shoot down the leaderboards. Nuke pretty much did a lot of that too. Oh goodness, that is a tragic bonk there in treetops for Composer. That's gonna see Nuke catching up very quickly. If something else like that happens again for Composer, that's probably going to be advantage on Misato gang.
Although he gets it.
Time. Still, quite a fair bit of distance got made up there. Oh, yeah, that's
tragic. His jump got 8. As the parlance goes in Vortex.
There's plenty of places in Vortex where your run can just come crashing down, and unfortunately, Treetops is definitely a graveyard for many PB paces.
Composer trying out the bowling, not quite getting it, going for a Metalhead Wall Glide.
Hey, if the new stuff don't work, go for what you know.
And looks like he's not going to make any mistake on that.
Very expertly done. Definitely what I'd expect out of someone that's ground that trick quite a fair bit.
And he's out of there.
And Nuke's going for Metalhead Wall Glide again. Will it be nicer to him this time around?
I'm gonna say, looks
That's
like
a
it
yes.
might be. Yeah.
It's a little subtle, so it's very easy to miss, but there's also a little bit of camera work that you have to do when you go for Metalhead Wall Glide. If you aren't holding down R2 to kind of shift the camera to the right a little bit, that entire area doesn't really load, so you don't know where you're going. So you're probably just going to wind up just falling into the abyss.
Yeah, under the old meta, that trick was one of the demon tricks of this category.
Absolutely.
Before bowling came in.
Yep. Which, let's be honest, is a little bit of a demon trick on all of its own.
Absolutely.
Very nice little whiz proxy there from Composer. Let's see what Nuke's answer to that's going to be. Turn around.
No mistake on that.
Beautifully done.
If he flubbed there, it would have been advantage Nuke.
A wonderful full English, if I dare say.
We'll see if Nuke can do the same.
Yeah. Okay. This composer heads in a dark passage. We'll see if he gets that good old quick little passage boost.
Solid turnaround for Nuke.
No drama for Nuke. Wonderful done. Wonderfully done.
Here we go.
Right. Get the lineup. There's the pitch. Oh, angle was off. It's all right. We're going for the backup.
And that one is going to stick.
Nicely done.
Textbook. Again, we will see if Nuke can match that.
That is a gnarly trick to go for. Oop. Yep, he is going for it. Huh? Still needs to orient himself a little bit. Get the tail pointing
Here we
out
go.
there. Off we go.
And not
Oh, little early on that one.
And he's just going to run through with this.
Fair.
We call that the CFG strategy.
Yeah. Going through, we sweep those two dogs. Light the fool on fire. And Nuke's out of there. While we see a lovely turkey baiter from Composer, let's see if they go up all the way.
And he's got it.
Nicely done.
No mistake this time.
Not gonna lie, it is a little concerning going in there with less than optimal sparks. Because if you're not really sure on that height, but you have no hit points left, it's definitely quite the clincher whether you've got enough height to get to the vortex. Very nice, precise platforming out of Nuke.
Alright, here we go. Oh,
Up we go.
and that's not going to stick. He jumped early.
Yep. It's alright, we got a backup. Just 7 seconds. 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
Yeah. Nice, simple and clean Jacques. Both of them returning home, one from a heavenly escape and the other one from a hellscape.
Oh, if that's a comment on Lofty, I would argue they're both hellscapes.
Very true. Very true. I reckon we're probably going to see another patented fish ladder from Composer again.
And if he doesn't get it this time, that's going to buy a few seconds for Nuke.
That is a very tricky wall glide to nail. Yep, he's going for it.
And he do it.
We go. Oh, that
He's not going to
hook.
get the hook.
If I know I'm right, he's probably going to go for it again. Yep.
Here we go.
Get that
When he
hook.
gets the
Get
hook
that
this time.
hook. Get that hook. Up we go. Toot toot. Second try.
The hook, of course, is the component of the trick where you start to glide upward by hitting the geometry of the wall correct.
If you don't get that hook initially, your attempt's pretty much trashed before it began. But he gets it on the second try, and Nuke.
Did Nuke miss menu?
Beast Makers, the homeworld so twice, Nuke decided to visit twice. Unfortunately, this is a thing that kind of happens with Vortex sometimes to even the best of us, where we just miss menu, we wind up going to the wrong place. But mercifully, when it comes to Beast Makers, that little wall glide that Nuke effortlessly pulled off, very neatly compared to a lot of the other ones I've seen, I will add. It's just a quick little glide to the balloonist, and we're back on track.
And he's almost certainly cursing under his breath, though.
Definitely. But I will compliment him for the good on-the-fly recovery.
Yeah, that was solid.
Yep. Because when you've got a resetless run like this, you can't just have the mistakes just clawing in the back of your mind. Like, you still got a run to go, so you can kick yourself afterwards. And honestly, with Nuke's level of play, he's got plenty to be proud about, if I'm being perfectly frank.
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
As you've said, you don't underestimate Nuke.
And a loss in Vortex in the Vortex leg is not necessarily a loss for your team.
Absolutely not. You saw how quickly it got tied right back up again midway through 14 tally. Actually, not even midway, is the early stages. Good old blowhard boost out of Composer.
Didn't get the most height on it, but he made it work.
Hey, if it works, it works.
All right, here comes the RNG element.
Alrighty, Tuco, let's tell us a joke. We'll decide if it's funny.
It took him four or five tries last time, so we'll see if he...
Yep, that one wasn't funny. Boo! Get this red scarfed guy off the stage.
Attempt number 3. Here we go.
Cliff Town. Alright, now that one saved you. That balloonist is on thin ice, I tell you.
Yeah, he doesn't have the highest standing in this community, that's for sure.
Nope.
Nuke is going to go for nuke launch again.
Nuke launch again.
Oh, this time he nails it.
Beautifully done. Absolutely trademark Nuke.
Nailing the trick he named after himself.
Absolutely. Bravo. Right. So we've got Composer heading over to Dry Canyon. Will we see another MDS attempt? You got it. He got the first half of it. First go around. Let's see what happens now.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh, definitely.
And, oh, he's going to get the
Nice.
first half.
All right, can he put it together?
And he gets
And
it.
he does.
That is a
Wonderfully
magnificent dry
done.
skip.
Absolutely wonderful.
If I recall correctly, he was the first person to PB with that trick. And it got him the world record.
It did get him the word, and we get a second try dry for Nuke. Okay.
And Nuke is also going to go for it.
Interesting. We'll see how he goes. Ah,
No shame in
Mad.
that attempt.
mad props for the attempt. That is correct. Getting first try dry saves 2 seconds over first try cliff. Bowser gets out of Dr. Shemp with no
Sure, they're
drama.
going to go for the wall glide. Can he?
Yep,
Can he stick a
absolutely.
landing? Oh, no problem. No problem.
Just an absolute Wonderful composer of wall glides.
Getting the swag strat that saves him a few tenths of a second.
Absolutely. And we're off to Nasty's World for composer.
This run is flying by, and you know what? That's a sign that we've seen some pretty good execution so far from both sides.
Definitely. It's been really good.
Say hello to Barrel for me.
Their good old berry boost. Wonderfully done. Oh no, the little Shemplet went the other way. Hate it when he does that.
No, my friend, you went too early. He
Up
gets
we
it
go.
second try though, which is good because he's at 0 lives. It would have been a game over if he didn't get it.
Absolutely. That said, because of the nature of this category, because you use the level select cheat, the 99 lives cheat is also fair game. It will lose you a little bit of time, but in my opinion, saves you a lot more time than gaming over. No shame in needing to break that out. Oh, he goes for peak strats. He gets a really neat boost without the supercharge, but not
That's
quite enough
that's
to
harbor
put
stress.
together.
Wait.
Dude, what words escaped out of my mouth? What
You
did I
said
say?
peak stress.
Peak strats. Whoops. Got a little wires crossed there. Yes, those were harbor strats. And we're gonna face Nasty Nork. Alrighty.
Just like last time, Composer is going to go over to 21. We'll see if he can stick the landing.
Absolutely. I reckon he's got it.
Oh, he's got
I'm looking at that time, and I'm also factoring in that the time starts when we said go. He's got it.
A little
There's no way he
factoid.
doesn't.
Little factoid for everybody. At this time last year, we had 4 RTA 21s on the leaderboard. At this point, the category has grown to the point where we have 13. With Norkson getting his first 21 2 days ago.
Absolutely. Shout out to Norkson. He's been putting He's been putting in a lot of wonderful time into this category, and it's been paying off. And
we go.
This is a GG for Composer.
GG.
He's gonna be walking with his head held high on that 21. As we got Nuke going through Twilight Harbor.
Valiant effort.
Fire there. All right. So right now we've got Slash on the reins for 14 tally for the game you just lost. I reckon Composer gave him quite a good start to try and get this win.
Oh, looks like that's going to be a game over for Nuke.
Good
That's going to sting.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, we just pick ourselves up, we brush ourselves off, and we give it another shot.
It is not over yet.
It is absolutely not over yet. Just because something goes bad in one run doesn't mean that's gonna keep for the rest of it. A word that Dylan used to describe these categories last week was volatile, and I feel like that's a really good word to describe it exactly how trick heavy all of these categories are. Like, you need to have a lot of practice and a lot of very good understanding on how to use maybe a little bit more of the broken parts of the game.
That's right. You saw that volatility in action, with the Mommy Misato gang taking the victory in spite of the sizable lead that Composer had taken after winning the first leg in
Yep.
game one.
Absolutely. Right now, Nuke's going to keep his head held high. He's going to get that first thief. He's going to get that second thief. Wonderfully done.
And you can bet Comic is just itching to go. They are fired up.
Absolutely just chomping at the bit.
I can speak from personal experience, having done this last week. When you're behind and you're waiting, it gets a little bit stressful.
It will. Not only that, competing in front of an audience will fill you with a lot of extra pressure that you wouldn't be doing if you were doing offline runs or just personally streaming, I would say.
And here we
And
go.
that's a GG for Nuke underscore
Nuke.
47. Hammock's most likely taking off like a rocket right now. Wanting to make up some time for being... He's gonna make up some time.
So, to those of you who just tuned in, the score is 1-0 for those on the right side of the screen. The Mommy Misato gang took an upset victory in game one.
Absolutely. We've got Kamek and Slash right now on 14 tally. I can only imagine what kind of nerves each of our runners are feeling. I definitely remember last year being so overcome with nerves that there were a few tricks that were kind of unobtainable with that level of, jitter.
Yeah, although if I'm Kamek, I'm just operating on pure. I'm operating on fumes right now, and I'm hoping that I can pull this back.
Absolutely. Of course, I feel like there might also be a little bit of consolation, a little bit of comfort at the very least, even if Wama Misato gang loses this one. They've still got game 3. They still have one win under their belt. Okay. Going swimless again.
Is that gamble going to pay off?
Whether it does or not, it's still quite the Giga Chad move. Getting in our Hurricos. Oh no. Flips through, but maybe goes a little bit too far. We gotta do that again. Here we go. Charge and jump. Double jump. Double jump. And in we go. Oh, looks like we got Slash's stream freezing up here.
They're back? No, they're not.
Oh. Ruh-roh.
Bear with us, folks. If anybody asks, it's all my fault.
Good heavens, Glued. How could you do this? I
Taking
trusted
one for
you.
the-
Taking one for the team. You ain't taking one for no team right now.
Well, that's right. I'm supposed to be impartial. Pardon me.
Okay, so we're gonna go for Turtle Proxy, because we got no choice but to go for Turtle Proxy. Looks like the first attempt didn't work. Second attempt didn't work. This might buy Kamek quite a fair bit of time. Oh, and we get it third try. Ooh, nice. Nicely done.
It's not going to be the equalizer it could be in a worst case scenario.
It could be, but mind you, we still have a second hurdle in this homeworld alone.
That's right.
Very nice frog from Kamek.
Yeah, we'll hope they can channel some of that proxy magic again and again.
Absolutely. That's what it's going to take to overcome this deficit.
All right, Slash is presumably going to go for a sheep proxy, which ended up holding them back quite a bit last time. We'll see if that happens again.
Yep. And like we've said, Slash doesn't really have any other choice. They have to get these proxies, otherwise it's retry until you get them. Oh,
Not quite.
Not quite, but very close. Right, we're resetting the fodder. We're getting them to respawn here. Double jump back up.
This could be a turning point.
This could be. As Kamek's closing the gap from a 2-level gap to a 1-level gap.
All right, here we go.
Third time's... Oh, no. It's all right. Very simple to retry on that one. Oh, very close from Kamek's end. Very close on that turtle proxy. I'm not in that voice call, but I can hear Slash right now.
That's right. And if I'm Kamek, I am smelling blood.
Absolutely. Slash is not happy with themselves, I can tell. Probably cursing that darn sheep.
You know, how could something so fluffy and cute be so evil?
There's a lot of deceptively cute things in this series that are very evil. For example, Bentley.
Although Slash is clearing out of there, so
Absolutely.
manage the game.
Kamek and Slash saying hi as one enters, one leaves.
That's almost frame perfect.
Yep. Unrelated note, those of you in chat, I hope you're staying hydrated. It's a scorcher in the past few weeks. Okay, we got Kamek sizing up that little sheep. I bet this proxy puts people in the mood for lamb chops regardless of whether they're vegetarian or not, just from their sheer spite.
This time they will get.
Absolutely wonderfully done. And hey, gets an extra life out of the deal.
Nice job, Kamek. Although with Slash most of the way done for this first boss fight, Kamek is probably going to be stressing out a bit.
Maybe a little bit. But we've still got plenty of this 14 tally run to go.
Well done. Okay, Spyro, jump through that hole in
Another high five on the entrance / exit of Crush. Slash going, your turn. We're seeing some good work from both of these runners. Both of these teams. Like, I don't think that can possibly be overstated, and I know I'm a broken record on that at this point. But hey, if it's the truth, it's the truth.
Absolutely the truth, and that's why they're here today.
Yep. Oh, that should have worked. I'm sorry, that absolutely should have worked for Slash.
Yeah, we'll chalk it up to ploy by Ryan Beveridge.
Gosh dang it, Ryan Beveridge.
He does operate in devious ways.
He does. Wonder if he and Andy ever hop on calls together and
Oh, you know they do. You know.
mess up Spyro and Crash Runners together. Friends night. Ryan Beveridge, not Sensei Ryan. You're off the hook.
So it looks like Slash is about one level ahead. We will see if Kamek can pull that back.
Absolutely. Lots of saying hi and bye in your turn. Yeah, how Kamek goes with the oh, whoops.
Sorry,
on that
Kamek did
first-
go for the oh whoops.
Careful on that first step, it's a doozy. Slash opting for Zephyr being the last level. I reckon we're probably going to see the exact same routes as we did last time. No catback proxy, but not necessarily needed. Just, you know, a few seconds, maybe some swag points. Very nicely done for both of these runners. Both of them going to be exiting the caveman type levels. Breeze Harbor should be a nice, quick, simple, and clean level.
Legend, thanks for the gem, Spyro. With all this,
We've got Kamek getting Zephyr out of the way right quick.
And I anticipate they will have no trouble with the trolley once again.
Zero trouble with that trolley. And no trouble with the mast either. With that balloon proxy, let's get sent off to space. Is it gonna make it? I'm not fancying the chances too well. Oh no! Okay, well, good recovery. Good recovery. All we gotta do is we just gotta blow that door open and we're back in business.
I saved that one alright.
Yeah.
Flash having a little bit of trouble with the ground to portal.
It is a little gnarly trying to get this to work, but they get it done. Being a little bit more purposeful after the little slip up on race 1.
I would suspect. I mean, you can see it quite plainly that they're both a little bit more dialed in this time.
Definitely. The good old shakedown runs out of the way. Now this is where the real fun begins. They're a bit more on the line, to be fair. But I mean, Slash is putting in a pretty good performance, and I reckon they've probably got a good shot at giving GT all they need to net them a win.
Absolutely.
And then we'll have to go into a race 3 where the scores can really change. Change by 1 point, but they'll still change. Breeze Harbor and Scorch. And then off to Fracture Hills, where we get to hear some lovely, lovely bagpipes. Oh no, that was a little bit of a happy accident for Kamek. Up we go. Let's get up on top of that ship. Up on that mast. Beautifully done.
Thanks.
That very good setup to try and position Spyro so that they're much further ahead when the cutscene plays. One more satyr left. Kamek has a look at Climeless. Effortless.
That was a tidy Climeless. Full credit.
Absolutely effortless. Oh, maybe a little bit of a slip up for Slash, but not one that's going to waste too much time trying to recover. Oops. There we are. Now we're back on the road. Plenty of neat little gems there. Kamek makes very short work out of Scorch. This is a fascinating run, don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. You know, and despite the slight lead that Slash has, I wouldn't exactly count Kamek out at this point.
Did you catch that? Like, it almost kind of looked like the camera went right back into Fracture on Slash's end.
Wondering what was going on there.
Maybe a little bit of an interesting camera position there, but luckily we didn't have to visit it twice. Okay. Out we go.
Thank you.
Another camera hang up, but luckily Slash wasn't too disoriented by that. Okay. Let's zoom upwards. Oh! Alright, let's take another swing around. There we go. Beautiful. Nicely done. Oh! Kamek misses the satyr, but manages to swing back around. Okay, another one. Molten Crater done for Slash.
It's great.
I feel like that this particular leg of the race is going to come down to the end game, because there's a lot of neat little precise things that need to happen before we finally say GG on this one.
Now
All right, could see another equalizer there, but sure, Flash is more than up to the task in this second race.
Most definitely, and they're looking at a really good position where they're at right now. They're even though they still have Zephyr to do, I'd still say that they're still say pretty confidently that they're a level ahead still.
See what Kamek's got in their bag of tricks.
A nice little simple escort here happening in Shady Oasis. Good little double jump there. Off we go. Lude, what do you think we've got in store for the back half of this entire relay?
Ooh, I'm sure that Whitepaw saw what he did in the first race and is itching to repeat that.
Absolutely. That was a very solid run, and especially for someone that just very recently derusted.
And of course, our friend Ghostly Trickster is going to want to make it up for the first one.
Absolutely. And hopefully their computer and their internet don't give them trouble, because not gonna lie, mad props for being able to troubleshoot and keep your cool.
You know, as somebody who
No one's been
who almost had that happen to him last week, I sympathize.
Yep.
I mean, you're a shrewd customer, Spyro.
All right, so the last level for Autumn Plains for both of them. We got Shady Oasis on Kamek's side, and we got Zephyr on Slash's side. I feel like we might actually be kind of drawing even here. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I'm no expert at 14 Talisman, but I think Slash has a slight time advantage.
Very slight, but Gulp can very easily change that. Heck, Zephyr could very easily change that. Because while Kamek, all they have to do is just kind of wait for this hippo to just eat the berries and break down the barriers. There's quite a bit of gnarly stuff in between Slash and Gulp right now, but it's going to
Slash
prove
does
to
get the balloon.
not be an issue because they've got the balloon proxy. Very nicely done.
Advantage Slash.
Yep. Now we'll see how Pterodactyl RNG favors our runners.
Thanks for helping.
Although, yeah, like I said, it wasn't there's a slight advantage. It's not insurmountable by any means.
Definitely not.
Kamek's done well to come back.
Most certainly.
Well done. You'll have
So I've got a
to-
question for chat. Has the game audio come back yet?
Gulp, we've finally.
Oh, I saw what Slash was doing. That would have been amazing if that was a two-hitter. But the barrel got placed just a hair too close. It's nice skipping the bomb phase of this fight because that one's the worst one to use. Or the worst one to have to use. Yeah, we've got game audio. Sweet. Beautiful. Double rocket for Slash. And double rocket for Kamek. Of course, on that phase of the fight, that's pretty much what's gonna spawn. Pterodactyls aren't being terribly nice to Slash over there. They have the... I think Kamek might be in a dead heat at this point. Double bombs. Oh no. Guarantee Slash isn't going to appreciate that. Funny how we got one runner going clockwise and the other one going counterclockwise.
The duality.
Very cross-eyed right now. Oh, bomb and then barrel. Nicely done. Good aim. This is going to be very close, folks.
This coming down to the wire. I kind of love it.
Absolutely. Ooh, is it going to... Yeah! And that was a very nice bomb and then barrel from Slash, just repeating the last two hits. Alright. The Slash is probably going to go the same way they went last time. I reckon Kamek's probably going to go for Penguin again. And if they do, that's going to be quite the neat little time save.
They don't get it.
Yep. Well, if there's a Penguin up there, it never hurts to try.
I think I
Double
finally
jump
come
up
with a way.
the stairs. Okay. Up we go. Let's take a quick little vacay to Dragon Shores. Let's maybe eat some curry, some very hot, spicy curry, and learn how to swim. By watching a movie that has nothing to do with swimming. There we are.
I was gonna say that wall could have put could have put us even again, but Slash got it.
Absolutely. Something I will say about the water here at Dragon Shores, because you're not supposed to be in there. If you hit squared to dive underwater, or let's just say you kind of messed up the order of the inputs when you're trying to double jump out of there, that's going to crash the game. And that'd be unfortunately just the run dead in the water right there. But thankfully, both of our runners have a steady hand and steady skills, and we're in theater for Slash, and we're in theater for Kamek. It's going to come down to the Ripto fight, and then we've got a dead heat waiting for us in 3NE.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're probably in for a good finish.
Absolutely. Again, I've got the gamer lean. And I'm not even playing. Okay. Let's see if the swim and air decides to cooperate. Wonderfully done. And no drama from Kamek either.
Yeah, gotta say, great 14 talisman race.
Spyro,
Absolutely. Kamek made up quite a fair bit of distance between both teams, but yeah. It's all going to come down to the wire. And if White Paws repeats his performance, GT's got their work cut out for them. And I think we're a hit or two away from GG on the left. And that's GG. Off GT goes.
One more hit, the Mommy Misato gang.
A little bit of
There we
fire,
go.
and there we go. GG's Kamek. Very solid work, both of you.
Full credit to Kamek for pulling that back and making this interesting.
Definitely.
And I know if I'm GT, I want this so badly for my team.
Absolutely. They love performing at Spirathon, and this would be quite a good birthday gift to be able to give your team a ticket to Spirathon.
Sure, they're gonna be harnessing that big birthday energy.
Yep. Didn't quite get Sunnyville proxy, but there's still at least one more chance to get where they need to go. White Paws, on the other hand, gets a pretty good one pretty early on. But that is going to hand the lead over to Mommy Misato gang.
A slight one.
Very slight one, definitely. There's still plenty of time to turn this around. Swim in air. Line up waterfall on GT's end. Do we get it? There's the setup. Recharge. Oh,
Not quite.
almost.
That's unfortunate.
Almost. Yeah. We're trying for a whirlwind bypass. Bit of a slower strat, but a little bit more reliable. I cannot possibly understate how gnarly some of these level entries have to be. Because you get pretty much per homeworld, you got 2 freebies where you can literally just walk in. And then 3 where you have to get creative on how to get in there.
You know, I can speak personally as a feeble vortex runner as to how daunting some of these tricks in 3 look, and you know, full credit to the runners for doing this basically.
Absolutely, these are very very practiced runners, very intensive categories. If you can imagine looking for a category to start speedrunning, and then you pick 3 as your very first category, I mean, that's crazy. That's completely insane.
Might I add, that's exactly what GT did.
Exactly.
About a year ago, they were in the position of wanting to pick a category, and they had it down to Vortex or 3 and they went with 3
Yep, and I mean, they're doing really well for themselves. And I do believe that is a combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell from White Paws' end. Not quite on GT's end, though. I will say, these trick names are kind of making me hungry.
Yeah,
Should
big
probably
thing.
should probably stop with the free publicity. The stream not sponsored by Taco Bell or Pizza Hut. Alrighty. Let's get. We're going for Whirlwind Bypass again. Honestly, say, oh goodness. And Whirlwind Bypass is still giving GT a little bit of guff there. So get a good. Oh no. Nicely done. Very good save. It is harrowing missing the charge and then having to, on the fly, recover and then try and get it through head bash. The
I can
swim
only,
air.
I can only imagine what goes into that.
Absolutely. It's you got to think on your feet. No bore proxy on GT's end. That's fine. We're just gonna roll right through Molten Crater. Nicely done. We're in a Sheila on White Paw's end. GT's not gonna be too far behind, I don't think.
Thanks again. Hiya, she.
Nice little saunter through the Alps. Oh goodness, I forgot. I forgot that GT hadn't done Cloud Spires just yet. No matter, it's a quick and easy level. Just a well-timed charge jump and glide. Oh, they're going for the nicely done. They get the conservation of momentum jump as opposed to having to fly through the back of the Sunseed minigame.
I'd just like to echo the sentiment being expressed in chat right now and say that the chatters, runners, and people doing these categories are indeed insanely awesome and amazing.
It is amazing and awesome for all these.
No, you
folks.
too, Nuke. You too.
You too, Nuke. You have no choice.
Carefully, you.
We love you. All right, so
When I heard
White Paws gets to kind of stretch his legs a little bit. Maybe enjoy maybe a little sip of a drink or something.
But here's the question: will they go for the upside down camera strat?
That's a good question. Will be awesome if we see that. You didn't hear it from me, but I hear that getting that strat in a 3 any run knocks off about 5 seconds. Like, not RTA, they'll just chop off 5 seconds. Just because the moderators will just be in awe of, like, oh wow, you got the upside down buzz. No 5 seconds for you, though. To be fair, that is pretty temperamental, though. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. We got White Paws heading into Midday Gardens, and we got GT about to face a big green toad. Always worth going for, absolutely.
Okay, Drag.
It costs nothing to attempt. Good bridge swim from White Paws. Gonna swim right over to Sergeant Bird. Food, from your observations last run and this run, what opportunities might GT have to try and close the gap?
Oh, of course, it's going to come down to whether or not White Paws can hit Helmet Proxy efficiently.
Absolutely.
I mean, I saw GT was able to pull back deficit quite a bit.
Absolutely. And Charmed Ridge also gave White Paws maybe a little bit of trouble last time around as well.
So, I mean, White Paws has the lead, but it is not over yet.
It is 100% not over yet. We still got plenty of run left.
Mission accomplished.
Up we go. As GT takes their own swing at a bridge swim. At least I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to go for. There is another way you can get swim in air, but unfortunately that's going to waste a lot of time going up to pretty much right where the super flame power up is up there. But no need. Gets bridge swim. Simple and easy. Gets right into Sergeant Bird. So the deficit right now is a level. We'll see if White Paws gets a good Croxy, like he did last time. Croxy with the flop again. Doesn't quite get enough height, but there is one more opportunity. Oh, he's not going for it. All right, fair. Okay. Just as easily just swim, or no, not swim, glide right around. You can't be swimming in piranha-infested waters. Are you kidding me? Okay. As we enter into Bamboo for White Paws, we're going to be seeing GT get into Spooky Swamp really soon. Okay, so let's see here if we've got what it takes to get launched up with that boulder. Just pray we don't freeze the game here. There we go. Up we are. And it's just smooth cruising to the end of the level.
We would be.
Very wonderful Croxy from GT. That's gonna give quite a bit of valuable time save.
I can assure you, they're probably popping off in their team chat right now.
Absolutely. Very hype. See White Paws' entry into Enchanted. Off we go. Oh, nicely done.
That didn't look like it was going to hit. You got it.
Yeah, probably the furthest within the tolerances, but it got it. It hit it. Oh, and we're opting to go the long way around in Enchanted. It's going to be a little bit more of an opportunity for GT to catch up. That is if this Panda Express cooperates, and it does. Well done. Okay. RIP headphone users.
Oops.
GT is doing everything they can to pull back into this, and it's great. You'll love to see it.
Absolutely. They may be up behind right now, but by the time we get to Sorceress, it very well could be a dead heat again.
Right. I'll have to put some coffee on for round 3, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yep. It'll be hype if we get a round 3. Even if it is for exhibition or if it's the tiebreaker. Icy Peak. Ooh,
That was
I will
tight.
say that glide always just like pucker factor is probably at a solid 6 at minimum whenever I watch that.
Oh, by the way,
Setting off some more fireworks.
Let's
Jan Towers proclaiming their independence from the Sorceress.
You bumbling, idiotic.
Nicely done. All right, we fighting Spike now.
my tactic.
Something I didn't notice last run, but I just noticed now. So we got a cutscene in between White Paws stepping on the whirligig and then the boss fight here. So for speedrunning purposes, most people run on version 1.0. That's the version that is missing a good handful of music tracks, or reuses a lot of them. And the Spike cutscene is completely missing. Not to mention, there's a handful of wall breaks, out of bounds that are easier to get on 1.0 than later releases. But White Paws, since we saw a cutscene there, White Paws is on a later edition of this game. So very interesting to see.
Yeah, and I mean it's quite interesting how there's that's a consideration in this category. You know, right down to the version that you're playing on.
Absolutely. It'll happen when you're trying to rush a game to a release date,
Yeah, as I recall, this game had a 10-month development cycle.
and that's beyond insane. I mean, Crash
Yeah.
and both Crash and Spyro had just about inhuman like development cycles for their first 3 games,
I will.
especially when it came time to make sequels. So I mean, I'm sure that many of people in chat can relate to this, but imagine getting this game for Christmas 2000 and making it all the way through the game and getting to the final Sorceress boss fight only for the music to be like light and happy because it's the music from the first homeworld, and you're like, what is going on here? And then of course, 20 years later, you find out that Insomniac rushed the game and the music actually wasn't ready in time.
Absolutely. I will say 1.0 does miss out on a handful of bangers, but in some ways it's a little bit merciful. I will state my personal preference there. Crystal Islands in the later versions, that song sounds maybe a little eerie, shall we say. So, very nice Bentley entry for White Paws, and we're going to have a very neat Bentley entry on GT's side. Nicely done. Expertly done. Jonathan Spirathon, can we get some fire for this run?
Thanks, bro.
Something for the fans? let's go for both these teams. That came across as a little more aggressive than I was meaning. It's hard trying to copy Dylan's energy.
Oh, let's face it, you're never going to match that man's energy.
Very true.
He is a professional wrestler in training, after all.
Absolutely. I was told he's suplexing Randy Savage's air right now.
Can we get a shout out to Dylan J. Fox right now? I mean, the man's like close to achieving his dream of like beginning a career in wrestling.
Absolutely.
That's why he couldn't make it tonight. He's cutting his first promo, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Man's going to
That he
wrestling
is.
school and everything.
Absolutely. He's been practicing his moves quite a bit too. Speaking of practice, very good textbook frozen altars there from White Paws. Bartholomew just kind of taking his time, getting in GT's way.
That's a hard bargain being driven by Jonathan Spyrothon.
Yeah, you're right there, Glued.
Right there, Thresh.
We'll get in sync. There we are. Hey, fire! That's a lot of fire. Hold on, I want to cook my steak a little bit more. One more time.
It looks like
All right, so very neat and tidy little neat and tidy fireworks factory from White Paws. We're trying Ice Wall Proxy over here in GT's corner. Not necessarily cooperating with them though.
hey.
But easy enough backup here.
You see handle.
So making off neatly to the end. I do reckon that GT might have what it takes to make that Rhinoc proxy work this time.
See what they can do.
Let's see what happens. It'll be very high because I barely ever see that trick even attempted. Most people tend to go for Firefly.
Be careful.
If this does go to a game 3, maybe we should probably step up the Murrayisms in addition to complement the Martin Brundle-esque commentary we've got going on.
Superlative.
Oh no, that's a very early death for White Paws there in Lost Fleet. Luckily, Zoe was right there, so didn't really take too much to get right back on track. Didn't get Rhinoc off of didn't get Rhinoc in GT's end, but we're still moving through. Bomb proxy, understood. And oh, very nicely done.
You know, even as somebody who practices a frame perfect trick in Shemp Skip, that one's still unnerves.
Absolutely, because you have to get it, otherwise you die.
And I mean, White Paws doesn't get a fun visual cue like I.
Nope. Although, to be fair, the visual cue on a lot of these frame perfect tricks are going to vary for a lot of people. It varies if you're on a CRT, on an HD TV, if you're on PSTV. I'm saying TV a whole lot. if you're on emulator, you got different kinds of cues that you're looking for. Or sometimes you just go full send, you just go by feel. Alright, that cat proxy, not necessarily the height he needs. Oh, that's the height he needs. Let's see if we can put the rest of this together.
That proxy's not gonna stop
And
him.
wonderfully done.
Nicely done.
Oh,
And yeah, Composer clipped a very interesting moment that happened on GT's end where the looked like Spyro was a little bit catty-cornered trying to get on that ladder. Very interesting to see. Right. Right now there's a level and a half between, nope, just a level in between GT and White Paws.
And
that's it.
you know for sure that White Paws is screaming that they want that RNG.
Yeah, they definitely want to lock this in for Spyrothon 8 as well.
That's right.
This might be our
Let's see what Bentley's got to say about it. Let's see what kind of weaponry we get. Red
First try
rockets.
Red rocket.
Right. Let's see what happens on GT's end. Let's see if we got a good cat proxy here. Nicely done. Exactly what GT needed.
Don't count them out just yet.
Absolutely. And we've still got quite the big hurdle after this boss fight as well. Just a matter how quick these runners nail it. We'll say White Paws' sorceress fight last time went in a flash. So I reckon once they get in there, I feel like we might be looking at a 2-0. I will say, team, the game you just lost, they've been putting in quite the performance.
Yeah, full credit to them.
Absolutely.
Here we go. It's
Spyro.
make or break for White Paws.
Absolutely.
Well, not necessarily break.
They do
gonna-
have some time to play with, but they don't want to dilly-dally.
Gonna want this. Here we go.
There's the lineup and the pitch. First try.
First try. He's not making any mistakes on that one. That was
Nope.
beautiful.
Well, we'll see what shenanigans happen during this fight, because I will say anything can happen. I still maintain that. I have faith in GT.
But the Mommy Misato grouped voice chat is probably collectively screaming for their guy.
Oh, go, 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 go. All right, and that's Scorched Dead on GT's end. And we've got pretty close to 3/4 of a health bar for Sorceress. Something's gotta happen.
Yeah, it's gonna have to go pretty catastrophically for
Absolutely.
GT back at the point, but I think it can happen.
Yep. Halfway through, another tank. Ooh, we're gonna go UFOs this time around. I feel like if you asked Jeremy Thompson, you might get a better explanation of the particulars about the Sorceress fight. But you definitely want to position yourself in very specific places based on where Agent 9 is.
Yeah, the meta of this particular fight. There's so many moving parts to it that I know absolutely nothing about.
Absolutely.
It's actually quite fascinating.
There's a good breakdown of it on the Rickster's analysis of the world record 3-any run. But that's a story for another time. Right now, the story appears to be...
Here we go. One more hit. And there it is.
And there it is.
GG to the Mommy Misato team.
You're going to Spirathon 8. Well done, GG's.
And on the back of Super Sub White Paws. Take a bow.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's selling White Paws short. They are a fantastic 3-any runner in their own right.
Definitely. Right?
You know, and full credit to the game for their valiant effort.
Absolutely. They put down marvelous work in all three of these categories. It's been a treat watching them run.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You're a real comedian sometimes, Bentley.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. You've got this, GT.
The rest of the dragon eggs. Plus, Hunter seems to have disappeared again, so I should go make sure he's not in more trouble. You haven't seen him, have you?
Nice tank work there.
No. If I do
Oop.
happen to encounter him, however, I will most certainly
Okay.
inform you immediately.
See if we can land a good handful more cheeky shots on the sorceress here.
It's a funny thing, Spyro. I adjusted
The score is 2-0 for the Mommy Misato gang. They are going to Spirathon 8. Welcome back.
Coordinate tables are out of date
By 1,000 years.
Okay.
That
A
would
little bit
explain
more
what
tank
social-
work.
So,
Oh,
now you've
that
done
hit
sleeping in the
probably
room
should have
again,
hurt her.
Are you gonna visit me in Avalar?
Sure, Alora.
Good old
Find
iframes.
The rest of the eggs and, well, Hunter
And that
disappeared
is
again. Did you say Hunter?
On the go.
Well, hey, I can help. I just saw him sneak off.
GG for the game.
Agent 9, isn't
Well
that
done,
a
GT.
Rhinoc over in
Well
the
done,
woods?
everyone, actually.
Ooh, let me at him. You wanna
These have been quite an amazing few races that we've witnessed here today.
Come on now.
Yeah, it's been great.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Hunter is in good
Alrighty.
hands. I mean, I'm sure he
Well.
will turn up soon.
I see we've got Tooper and Phoenix in this call. I reckon,
Oh.
what'd y'all think?
Oh, it was massively entertaining as always. Love seeing some Vortaliany. And congratulations to the Mommy Misato gang. They will be joining us at Spyrothon 8, which is going to be the weekend of August 20th and August 21st. And they will be playing the Allura launchers to see who wins this small tournament that we ran.
No.
So be sure to tune into that. And remember that we do have the Spyrothon 8 sign up still open. We are missing quite a bit from the OG category, specifically Spyro 2 100%. And we are also missing Spyro 1
Just look away.
20, I believe, as well. So if that's something that interests you, as well as any other OG character, any other OG categories, or any categories in general, be sure to sign up. We're also looking for some Disney type transitions or some other ideas that you might have that you would like to do at the event. I want to give a special shout out to both Thrasher and Glued for holding down commentary and making it all the more entertaining for everyone watching. So thank you for that. And on that note, I hope everyone has a good night and see you all next time.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Great work today.